Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm just going to wait for a little bit and see if some people join me. Three watching now. Okay. A couple of people have joined me. Thank you. I thought I'd do some Lenormand, so I'll be doing some Lenormand. Also, there's a few should call it late night Lenormand, because by the time I get to do it, it's like, hi, nasty woman. How are you, Sharon? You're in Canada, and Lisa's in Kentucky, isn't she? Hi, Amy Smith. Hi, Melinda Dutcher. Hi, Hippie Gypsy. I just thought I'd do another Lenormand thing. I think I'm going to start calling them late night Lenormands. I'm going to try for once a week to do that. I'm just getting some decks out. I might do other cards while I'm in here as well, like the key cards and maybe some Kipper as well. But at the moment, we'll just stick with Lenormand for a while. Hi, Bonnie Russell. I sent an email to somebody, but I don't know if they'll respond or not. Hi, Shelby, Lisa. Hi, Debbie. I'm just going to put the cards out of the way. Most of them have books as well, so I'll put the books over where they're just tucked out of the way as well. The Dutcher. Hi, all the books over there. Now, remember that I'm still learning. Hi, Eunice Ruffin. I'm still learning with Lenormand, so I will refer to notes and stuff occasionally, okay? So, I do have some printed sheets that I can refer to. Well, where are they? Oh, yeah, they're all under here, aren't they? Yep, that'd be right. Put them all under here. Oh, hi, Tara Rayner. Hi, Cartomancy. Got a sore back, Sharon. Yep. Okay. Plain pronounced by hubby. Lovely to see you guys watching and stuff. And having I've got a list of things, but we might just open up for a couple of questions too. Okay, so I'm just getting some more notes out because I'm still learning. If you're still learning, don't be afraid to say, look, I'm still learning this thing, and I haven't done as much of it as I would like. So Yeah, don't be afraid to say that. And yeah. Hi, Chrissy. Oh, yes, that's cool. Absolutely. I do some kipper as well. It's really fun to do, and it really, really builds a great narrative. Kipper does as well. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Yeah. So I've got several things here. I've been looking through the news and all this. I think we might stick with people rather than topics at the moment. How much trouble is Alan Weisselberg in, and Barry Weisselberg, who is Jennifer's ex-husband? So I thought we'll have a look at that. So Alan Weisselberg, what is happening in his world at the moment? What's going on with him at the moment? So we'll do him first. And we'll do the 9-card spread that I've been using. Hi, Fern Robin Blank. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a regular thing on Tuesdays with Lenormand. Hi, Amy Smith. And mainly focusing on people rather than events. So let's have a look at what the situation is with Alan Weisselberg. So let's have a look. Past. Well, there he is in the past. Present, loyalty. His dog, loyalty. For in the future, home. Okay, so what's on his mind? He was the man that people went to. Jennifer Weisselberg called him the maestro behind a lot of what went on at Trump Court. But he may have come up with a lot of the plans and all that, but he couldn't do anything without Trump say so. Trump would have said yes, no. Loyalty. He still hasn't flipped. He's still being loyal to Trump at the moment. Okay. For his home, dwelling family. In the future, family. So I think in the future he might start worrying about his family flipping. Well, Jennifer already has, but I'm thinking about his son Barry. Now, hearts, when we're looking at them and the elements that they're associated with, hearts is, well, water. And all these 3 cards have hearts in them. And just overwhelming emotions. he's really worried about, look at the King of Hearts too, the King of Emotion. He's really going to have his emotions tested too in the future with the family. What's in his environment, past in his environment, across burden, sacrifice, suffering. He's felt he's done all that. What's clubs? Clubs is fire. He's felt he's done all that, and he's given the best years and the most creative years of his life to Trump org. At present, what's in his environment? Spades is swords, lilies. Wow. He's thinking about retiring, but I'll tell you what, he's not going to have much choice. Peace, and he's looking for peace in his environment. So lilies are about retirement, peace, a less stressful time. Next to the cross, which is not, I don't think, the best combination, because what he was hoping for, and what he is hoping for now, it's going to be affected by the past actions, and he's going to have to carry the burden of that too. What's in his future in the scythe, and that's money too. That's all about security. His security is going to be cut off. It's got diamonds here. Diamonds is earth, money, security, resources, and the scythe is, of course, things being cut off. He's going to really be feeling loss of a lot of things. His financial security might be definitely affected in the future, and as well as his worries about his family turning against him, and this is turning against him. He's going to have worries about money. It's all going to dry up, and because he's going to be tied in. If he doesn't flip, he's going to lose a lot. He might be able to keep a house or something, but if he doesn't flip, he'll lose everything. So, contributing factors. The rider, news. Joyous news messengers. Cavalier, bringing a message. In the past, it was like all good news. They're only going civil. He could probably hold out on the civil. But this news of the investigations going criminal is big, and it is, I think, it may be a bit of a blow. And of course, the burden coming in with this news of the case going criminal. He's the man who is burdened with a lot of knowledge, and the news coming at him is that it's going criminal, and if you don't cooperate, you could end up in jail. Presently, contributing factors. He's feeling very isolated. This is the prison. This is the tower. This is the prison. This is isolation. Feeling isolated within the organisation too, and it's not something that's going to end very soon either. Yeah, and with the scythe, this is like he's not going to be ready for what comes at him for the financial situation either. So the contributing factors here is he's feeling increasingly isolated, and he's scared of going to prison. Who in their right mind wouldn't be scared? And legality, he's got to deal with a lot of legalities and this is contributing factors in his present. He's looking at all those things. Six of Swords. So we've got swords here, which is the spades, and there's 6 of them, and that can, a pretty rough journey ahead of him too. So Oh, circular 25, the ring in his future, commitment, never-ending circle, Ace of Wands, new commitment, new energy. Lots of engagement. This could be engagements. This could be him talking to prosecutors. Hi, Marie Sutton. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome. Hi, Christine Thomas. You've got pretty much the same narrative, have you, nasty woman? That's cool. So this could be engagements to talk to prosecutors and stuff. Promises, commitments made, commitments expected to be kept. And if he really wants to find the peace he's looking for, he's really going to have to keep these commitments. And it's not looking good. Family, internal struggles with the family, resources being gone very, very quickly, being reduced. He's got to make some commitments. Contributing factor is him living up to commitments that he has made. When it was civil, it was one thing. He wasn't liable for criminal thing, but now it's gone criminal. And if he doesn't come, hand everything over and flip, he's really in a lot of trouble. Okay. So I think we'll go a little bit further into the future here, and we'll do another future line. So a little bit further in the future, bouquet, gifts, 9 of Swords, anxiety, or nine of clubs, which is, anxiety and stuff. But the bouquet is gifts. It's an offering. So I think he's going to really think a little bit further in the future of a bouquet. It's a gift. It's an offering. What can he bring that will take some of the anxiety out of his situation? The Queen of Swords. That's interesting. Or the Queen of Cups here, which for tarot is the Queen of Spades, which in tarot is the Queen of Swords. Judgment. What can he take in offering to the judges, to the prosecutors, to the courts? I think he'll be a little bit further along. That loyalty is going to go out of the way, especially if his son flips as well. In the environment, a little bit further along. Now, the future, he had the scythe, things being cut off suddenly. And now there's the whip, conflict, punishment. It's really going to raise some conflict in his environment here. We've got the 11 of spades. Um, 11 of clubs, which I think is the jack, the page. Yeah, the jack of clubs, the page. And that's talking. With the whip, it's definite conflict, abuse, repetition. Repeatedly and recurring. He's going to tell how it's all going to be about the repeated patterns of criminality within the organisation. That's going to come out. And he's, a page is someone who speaks and has messages, and a page of wands. Wands is about actions as well, and it's someone who speaks about actions. So we're looking at, again, I'm using this deck and it's got the cards here as well, and it's representation, and I'm taking the representation as they would be with using the playing cards for tarot, and that is like, so actions and repeated actions. So he's going to be talking about repeated actions. I'm talking about Alan Weisselberg, Marie. And how are you, Marie Sutton? It's lovely to see your name here. And one more contributing factor a little bit further into the future. Crossroads. Yeah, decision. The decision that he takes is going to be major. He's going to have to keep those commitments and then make that decision to go all in. And the thing is, too, it's got the Queen of Diamonds here in the thing, which is talking, diamonds is about resources and stuff. And he likes a certain level of comfort. And if he doesn't pay up, he's not going to get that. So he has to make that decision. And it's to at least keep some security, because he's going to be very insecure if he does not take the right path. So that's the past, the present, and next couple of months for Weisselberg. I can do one more line another month. But I think we've done 2 months, so we're looking like it's June, July for Weisselberg. And we'll see what comes out. It's interesting that next month is June, and that's a big month there. Pressure and what he's keeping his agreements, and even, you know, thinking about what he's going to hand over and stuff in the next month. Because I did a reading, not with Lenormand but with tarot, and I asked when Trump's downfall was going to start, and I got June. So that's going to be really, really interesting. You can't see the type at this time of night. Okay. You can go in and increase, if you're on YouTube, you can go in and increase your size, the size of your print. Hang on a minute. I'm not quite sure how, but report. No, I don't want to report you, Bonnie. I'm not quite sure how, but I know you can go and increase the size of your print in the comments. So that's really, really interesting what's happening with Weisselberg in the next couple of months. Oh, you're watching on your phone. Yeah. Okay. So that's a really interesting set out. And what I'm going to do now is his son's name has been coming up a little bit more. I will have a look at Trump over the next couple of months with the Lenormand cards too. So I'm going to get a different deck now, but we got this. It's got the same sort of thing with the card things there. So we're going to now look at Weisselberg Jr., Barry, who is Weisselberg's son, Jennifer's ex-husband. We're going to have a look at him. Oh, there you go, Evie. Let's see if any of the same cards came up for him. Okay, Barry Weisselberg. Past. Oh, bear. Brawny, bold, authoritarian. And the 10 of clubs. 10 of wands, burden. So he really spend your resources with wisdom and care. Use your power to be strong and fair. Okay, brawny and bold. Here's the bear, your financial positions. You should be aware. And of course, we've got the 10 of clubs, 10 of wands, burden. It's really, really interesting there. So in the past, he was feeling burdened, especially around money, worried about money. Yes, I saw that. I saw the Ari Melba clips. So yeah, so on his mind, money's always on his mind, and it was a driving force for him. A driving force for him and his actions in the past. At the moment, oh, wow. As the present, Barry Weisselberg, you never believe what's come up. It's the dog. Now, this is a different deck. But remember, the dog came up in the same position as it did for Alan Weisselberg, his father. Now, this is interesting. So loyalty is very much on your mind, on his mind. And family and emotions. Oh, what about, oh my goodness. Different line, but in the future, what's going to be on his mind is the scythe. Things being taken away, cut off, stopped. Not good for security. Things are going to, he's not going to be ready mentally in the future for what's coming to him. So it's going to be on his mind, and he's going to be, I'm not ready to deal, I'm not ready to do this, you know. So yeah. Now in his environment in the past, ships, a ship carrying gold sails straight into view, lined in its hold are fortunes for you as you should travel with a special friend, memories of for years upon end. Again, I'm getting money here and travel, movement. And in the past, this is 10 of spades as well. This is like doing the wrong thing with money here. Moving it where it shouldn't be going, and you know, moving about the value of things. So he knows all about that too, the insurance stuff and everything. What's in his environment at the message at the moment? Well, he's also got the rider. It's in a different line, but he's getting messages. If he wants to get if he wants to achieve the outcome he wants, he's really going to have to talk. Okay, he's getting that message in his environment. He's getting the pressure to talk, to go to people with what he knows. And if he wants to get what he needs. And that's a 9 of hearts, 9 of cups. That's wish fulfillment too. And if he really wants to get that, he's really going to have to act quickly. Timing about with the Cavalier, the rider, is that you've got to act really soon, very quickly as well. So if he wants the right outcome, he's got to make up his mind and act quickly. In amongst his worries of things being cut off, the letters are documents in his environment, documents he may have, or documents he may have destroyed, documents that he knows where they've been put. He has receipts. He has things in writing. But patience is needed. He's got to act soon, but patience is needed. This is really, really interesting. Yeah, things that he has removed. If we look at the card, the playing card number, which is clubs, swords, 7, sword, removal, taking away. So documents that he has removed. So it's going to take a little bit of time for him to get them, but he's got to act very quickly. I think the pressure there is to commit quickly to flipping. It's interesting that he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same cards his father got. Now, contributing factors in the past, the sun, everything's sunshiny and bright, and you know, if I do all this stuff, everything turned out really, really great and warm and lucky. Lots of energy, lots of creativity too. He really is his father's son, and he basked in all the glory and all the riches that came with his actions. Currently, he's lady. Now this makes a lot of sense. In the present, current contributing factors, the lady, this is Jennifer, this is his ex-wife, and she is not forgiving. She is determined to tell the truth. It's the Ace of Spades, Ace of Swords, truth coming out. She's determined to do that. For her own security, for her children's, she wants the truth to come out. But she said very on Ari Melba, I do think she's playing things up a little bit with the emotions and all that, but she is legitimately scared. But it's the first time I've seen her face, so maybe she was just trying to get it together, because she was like trying to hold in some, it looked like she was trying to hold in some tears, but I got a little bit of that, maybe a little crock with just a bit to get a bit of sympathy. But she does have legitimate concerns for her safety, and she's really, really pissed, you know. She feels like her safety, her children's safety, has been put at risk, and the only way to take care of that is to get the Trumps behind bars. And she's a big contributing factor, working on him. Who's his loyalty with? The Trumps or with his children and his ex-wife? And she sent him the message, make up your mind, because I'm telling everything I know. So they'll be coming for you. Contributing factors in the future. We've got the mountain, blockages. Confinement. Oh my goodness. I think that he is definitely, hey sweetheart.
Hey baby.
I wouldn't mind another coffee.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah. Hubby's here.
No, you're doing a live.
I am doing a live, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do this and I'll be on.
Please use the same cup, sweetheart.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. But give it a good scrub. You know.
Yeah, always.
Well, no, yesterday I rinsed the cup out, but I didn't rinse it properly, and there was still some cream in it, and it was like I made myself a coffee. And it was like, it doesn't actually taste the best. Can I have a little bit more coffee too, a little bit stronger?
I missed a bit, did I?
Oh, well, that's not right. I'm happy. Everyone says, hello, hubby.
What sort of coffee? Hello.
Just the Nescafe again, thanks, sweetheart.
Baby?
Just the Nescafe. He is my coffee. He's my personal barista. And
so no,
when I'm doing lives, and basically I very rarely make myself a coffee. He's always making me coffee.
So no whipped cream and chocolate with this one?
You didn't put whipped cream and chocolate on the last one.
I do though.
I know. No, just a little bit of a dollop of cream.
Okay, give me one.
It's right there, sweetie. Hi, everyone. I'm getting lots of hello, hubbies.
Oh,
and
nice.
So, yeah. And so, he's really got a lot of pressure on him at the moment. Jennifer is like, I'm telling everything I know. So you better you better act fast. Otherwise, you're going to be confined. He might even end up going to jail in his future. You know what? I get the idea that, yeah, he's smart in a lot of ways, but he's also a bit of an idiot when it comes to self-preservation. One of the reasons Jennifer left him was, I think, because she didn't like Trump's, or she didn't like what she saw going on. I'm not sure, but she really didn't like something, and he would not step away. She wanted him to move away and he wouldn't. I think that's just what I'm getting in my head, but so there's no confirmation for that. I just get that feeling from here. That's not to say she's not, I don't know if she worked for the Trump org at all, but that's not to say she's the most perfect person on earth. But there was a line that she was just like, I'm not going to pass that line. And if you do, I'm gone. You know? So, So let's do a little bit further into his future. This is Barry Weisselberg, remember? Jennifer's ex-husband, Alan's son. Lily's peace. He's really going to be craving some peace. But considering his association with a very corrupt king, he's really going to be craving some peace, but he's also going to be fearing some prosecution as well. Yeah, prosecution is going to be very much on his mind in the future. In his environment, cross burden. 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 6. Victory, but whose victory? No. Why? A cross weaves pain, historically sad. As distance too close means tidings are bad. Yeah. When a cross is near, but burdens can lift if you persevere. Suffering increases when the cross is near, but burdens can lift if you persevere. Yeah, no. He's got too many, this documents thing, too many things with his signature on it. And contributing factors in his future is clouds, and they're all clouds are next to mountain. $34, Chris. Thanks, babe.
Recording, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
34. Great.
Mm. Yeah. Smoochy, smoochy. Smoochy, smoochy. Hey, that's my husband you're sending smoochy, smoochy to, Melinda, okay?
There's the coffee.
Yeah, and he's standing there going,
Oh, dear. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Oh,
yes, I am a lucky person. Nobody is perfect, but he's
you don't have to put the proviso on the end.
nobody's perfect. I'm not
Just
perfect.
say I'm
He's not
perfect.
perfect. I wouldn't want you perfect. It'd be friggin' boring.
I'm not there.
No, oh, they saw your arm.
What?
They saw your arm. They saw your forearm, and it's nice arm.
Oh,
I really,
right.
actually,
Yeah.
I am a bit of an arm person. Forearms,
I am
not so
out.
much the biceps, but forearms. It's like if someone's got nice, strong forearms, I really like that. Yeah.
One.
Mm. He's really got to commit 100% to flipping on Trump if he wants the clouds to clear. But you know what? I get a feeling that he's not going to. I do feel confinement happening for him. I think he's a bit of an idiot. So yeah, not looking the best for Weisselberg. And I've only gone a couple of months ahead, so we'll revisit them for Junior Weisselberg. Barry, not looking good for him. Maybe he thinks he's smarter than everybody else. I do get a feeling of smugness happening there. Very pleased with himself. Where's my pink deck? Where's my pink deck? I've got a pink deck of Lenormand cards. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah. I was asked, am I going to do Trump? Yeah, I'm going to do Trump. I'm just going to have a look at something first. There's definitely blockages and confinement in his future. I don't think he gets off his ass quick enough. Yeah, I think a lot of those boxes has documents with his signature on them. Okay. Who will I look at next? Now, remember, we're just looking straight out at people, not events, not situations. So we're just going to look at people. Let's have a look at Ivanka. Not so much with the Trump org, but with the inauguration fund. That's where I think she's going to get in big trouble. So Ivanka and the inauguration fund. Let's look at it using Lenormand. Okay. And that's Stephanie Wallowitz is involved in the inauguration thing too, isn't she? She's a witness for that inauguration fund. Okay, guys, let's see. In her past, mountain blockages, stopping, stopped in her tracks. Definitely. Problems, issues, and challenges that she's had in the past. And that's on her mind. Issues and challenges have been on her mind in the past. And I'd say that's definitely, well, lots of issues and challenges, but definitely how many Hershey kisses is she up there? How big is the pile of Hershey kisses? And yes, I mean the little emoji that looks like Hershey kisses, but isn't. How big is the pile of Hershey kisses is she in? Oh, fish. What's on her mind at the moment? Fish is about money. It's about resources. It's definitely about money, resources. Yeah, resources business. That's money and resources very much on her mind at the moment. She's worried about that. Oh, so commitment in the future, commitments. Commitments. That could be associated with Jarrett. But then there's also in the future, she's worrying about somebody else's commitment. Could be about Stephanie as well, because Stephanie is a big witness in this election inauguration fund thing. Yep. In the environment, in the past, there were clouds. There were clouds, but they were clearing. The clouds were clearing in the past. Okay, heading towards her present. They were clearing. But there was a I really like this depiction of the clouds, because you've got on one side, of course, they're building up, and here they're clearing with the sun and all that, but there's still this corridor. If you go above or below this corridor, there is clouds. So she was looking at trying to find a way out from the clouds, from the darkness there, and it might have been working, but let's have a look. What's a contributing factor at the moment? Oh, snake. Snake is treachery, enemies, manipulation. It's definitely treachery in her environment at the moment. And yeah, this is people talking about the inauguration fund, and she definitely feels like she's surrounded by enemies. And her ability to manipulate people just doesn't work down in Florida. Some of those Florida, I know a lot of new residents in Florida, but some of those Floridas go right, some of those families in Florida go right back to the first Spanish settlers. So there's some really, really old families in Florida, like back to the 1500s and stuff. So, you know, it's old. Florida is older than the rest of the US in terms of people settling. The tree can, in her environment in the future. Health. Time-wise, it's like inevitable. Predisposition with the tree is time-wise. She's going to start, it's a little bit like fate. If you're looking at time and Lenormand and the tree, it's a little bit like fate. It was fated to happen. Okay, the tree can also be about health, healing, genetics, but in the environment, it's about time and this is like a predisposition, predisposed. It was always going to happen. It was always there, this fall from grace in the future. And she's going to start feeling like maybe it is fate. Oh, she's got the key for contributing factors in the past. She really felt she had urgency. She wanted things wrapped up, urgency, and I think she really pushed for a lot of key documents to be destroyed and stuff, but that didn't really happen as she was. Yeah, there was a real sense of urgency in the past contributing to her, but she couldn't get around the blockages because she couldn't, the mountain here is processes that had to happen and you cannot get around, and she couldn't get around them no matter what her sense of urgency. She thought she did with that gap in the clouds, but contributing factor. Oh, mice are about theft, about taking what's not yours. They're cheeky little shits, mice. And yeah, let's have a look here. Stress, anxiety, and deterioration. She's really feeling a bit stressed too. So not just about thievery, which they are about. What number is mice? These ones don't have the number on it, so I'm just looking for mice. 23. Stress too. Yeah, lots of stress currently a contributing factor to her at the moment. And it's stress about money that was taken from where it shouldn't be. Wives are thieves in the Norman. Oh, in the future, contributing the man. Could this be Daddy? Could it be Jarrett? Commitment always going to happen, a man. Manipulation, lies, deceit. I think this is her dad. This is stuff she's been willing to do for her dad. Siphon money from the inauguration fund to line his pockets. We'll do one more ahead. So this is her immediate future, is the ring, commitment. Something like in the next month, something that was always going to happen and to do with her father. And this could be her hanging on to her commitment to stick with dad till the end, or she could be breaking it. We'll go another month into the future. Oh, the fox, the sly little thing. Slyness, spying, manipulation, lies. Once you take the initiative with regard to work, career, there's creativity, but there's also slyness. Career, she's not going to have a career. It can be about careers as well. Oh, she's got a pathway, a road. Choices in an environment is all about going to be about choices. What choices does she choose? Hubby? Does she choose dad? It's interesting because this is diagonal from the top with the commitment, the marriage, and diagonal to the bottom to her father. Choosing the right path. All the scythe in her future, things being cut off, ends, stop. Interesting, the mountain in the other decks was the 8 of spades, which is the 8 of swords, which is confinement. This is the scythe. Cut off. Unprepared. She's not going to be prepared for what happens. Cuts. Yeah, she's really not going to be prepared for what happens. She's got a few things coming at her in the next couple of months. And she's always going to follow this path. And I do think I'd like to say she's going to flip, but she won't flip on her daddy because she's got enough to deal with on her own. They might say, if you flip on your father, we will go easier on you with this. Then she might do it. But she's only got a couple of months to sort this out, because then all chances are going to be cut off. Contributing factor. Wow, really interesting there. Yes, there are, you can have as many people going, "Hey, came over with the Mayflower." But I'm not 100% sure, but I do feel the Spanish settlements beat the Mayflower, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I mean, settlement in the north with the English settlement and all that was a very long time ago too, but it's a bit earlier with the Spanish, but I'm not 100% sure on that because I'm not really a historian. but I do feel like they were there first. So if you want the real first families in America, you have to go down to Florida. You know what? That's going to drive me nuts now until I see who, when who settled and when. Okay, so first Spanish settlement in the US. So I'm going to go over here to Google for a minute. It's going to drive me nuts otherwise, guys. So I'll go have a look. First Spanish settlement, US. Pedro Menendez, 1565. Okay, 1565. In Florida. St. Augustine in Florida, 1565. Like I said, I wasn't 100% sure. 1565 for the Spanish. Florida. First British. $1607. Yep. 1607 for Jamestown in Virginia. St. Augustine. So there you go. That's settled in Jamestown. Yep. So 35 plus 7, 42 years before the British. So the oldest families in the US are of Spanish origin, at least from colonization. Oldest families in the US are Native American, but if you're going to look at it in terms of colonization, it's Spanish. There you go. Glad I answered that question because I knew it was going to drive me absolutely nuts. They were 47 years earlier to make a colony, a settlement. We'll just have a look. There's often a joke going around that you think you're the oldest one and then the Vikings pop up. Norse colonies in Maine Road. First visit. Colonies in Maine, Rhode Island and elsewhere on the land. 10th century. The Vikings got there first. I love that because I saw a cartoon recently and it was like it was guys, people landing on Mars. Oh, we're the first country to settle on Mars, and then there's Viking bones there, and they go, oh shit. So that's why I better check the Viking. 10th century for the Vikings, so that's the 900s up in Maine. Okay. Oh dear, I love a good laugh. Okay, who will we look at next? Anyone got any suggestions with the Lenormand? Because I'm only looking at people today. It's 5 minutes over the hour. I'll go to an hour and a half. So I'll go another Oh, well, yeah, it's getting longer, but I'm doing homemade haircuts. That means it's like the other week, I just grabbed my fringe because it was like, as you can see down here, that's part of the fringe. I should cut that. And just went, clink. Obviously, I didn't get it all. So, and a few weeks before that, I just grabbed it at the back and I went, yeah, because it was driving me nuts. And yeah. Hi, Mims. King, hello. So who else will we look at? We're using Lenormand today. So next week, I'll be back next Tuesday as well. Next week we might do key cards and kipper. Today we're doing Lenormand. So who else should I look at? I am going to do Trump. Board with Matt Gaetz. How about we have a look at what's going on with Mitch McConnell. What's happening with him? Why has he flipped on the commission and stuff? What's going on with him? Mitch McConnell. Oh, isolation. In the past, he's been feeling a bit isolated in the past because Trump's been having goes at him and all that. And he's trying to, okay. He's trying to claw his way back with Trump's base by doing a flip on the commission. So, because he's been feeling isolated. That's been on his mind. I think he's also shit scared of going to prison, but I don't think that's going to happen. I love this card. We're talking about Mitch McConnell, and how old is the man? These are not birds flying around this town. These are pterodactyls. Bit of a nod to his age there, maybe. Okay, what's on his mind presently? Oh, books, secrets, knowledge. Wow, stuff he doesn't want coming out. Stuff he doesn't want coming out. He's still got stuff he doesn't want coming out. It'll lead to a downfall for him in society. I don't think he's ever going to end up in jail, but he definitely might lead for him for downfall in Kentucky society. Not that he's really a part of it, I don't feel. In the future, what's going to be on his mind? The cross burdens. We've got the crows here too. He's really, really going to feel like he's been left carrying the can, I think. Time-wise across his Easter, Christmas. Easter's past, Christmas. He might be even looking at retiring at Christmas. He's really going to start feeling the, oh, poor me. I've given up so much of my life for this. And look how they're turning on me, that sort of thing. In his environment. In the past, it was all about the garden, all about getting society to do what he wanted. 24 is the garden, isn't it? Oh, no, the heart. Sorry. 24. Yeah, that's the heart. Sorry. I got it mixed up with the garden because it's Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. So if it's the heart, love, romance, feelings, it's all about his, and it can also be about commitment. In the past, he committed himself to Trump and the I Love Trump bandwagon, but he's jumped off that. And of course, that's gone up sort of every time he veers away from that, it gets a bit scorched by the Trump base. Oh, 28, right in the centre in his environment. It's the man and the weasel. This man is carrying a weasel. A weasel is a very dangerous animal when it's cornered. They're secretive, they're furtive. This is him, and this guy is willingly, happily holding the weasel. This is Mitch McConnell holding the weasel. And what does he expect is going to happen? That thing's going to go for his jugular. This is in his environment. And it's surrounded by all the other cards, by the way, too. So at the moment in his environment I think it's sort of being borne upon him that he put the weasel in power. In the future, in his environment, he's going to have to make a decision. And I think this decision is going to be about whether he continues or whether he retires early and doesn't see out his term. The 10, the scythe. In the past, contributing factors was cutting things off. His actions, once the thing is, Trump is just the symptom of the rot that was going on in the Republican Party. And there were plenty of opportunities in the past to cut that rot out. And this is interesting because this hay bale, it's also on a path, this wagon, and it's on a path, and you've got a person on the path up here, you've got trees up here, you've got mountains up here. There's been lots of opportunities and ways in which you could cut the rot out of the hay bale that is the Republican Party in the past, and he did not take them. He could have been at the forefront of that by not supporting Trump and by reintroducing bipartisanship and encouraging bipartisanship. But no, not at all. He was more interested in, being the king of his little hill. And he did not take those opportunities. And they're actually going to come back. And they are starting to come back and bite him in the butt. Contributing factor at the moment is the rider, the cavalier, the guy with the message. He's got to really make up his mind soon to sending a message to people. What message is he going to send? He's really, really, I think, behind the scenes, even though he's coming out and saying against this, against that, I think he's getting messages from people. I still think that there's this ground up swell that's happening, and people, we will deregister as Republicans and go independent, and you won't have our vote. If there's no independent running, we won't vote. You won't have our vote. I do feel that there's this groundswell happening. Of course, the diehards are never going to give up, but there's this groundswell of Republicans. You know what Hello? Hi. Sorry about that. Got the blue screen of death again. That's the second time in a week. So I think I'm going to have a look at what's going on with the computer. I might even have to scrub it, which is a huge pain in the ass because then I've got to save all sorts of things. Yeah. So sorry about that. That was definitely blue screen of death. Just went meh. Good thing is it doesn't shut down the session. Hang on a moment. It doesn't shut down the session. So come back. Yep. Hi, Clarence. Yeah. So I'm like getting towards the end of the Mitch McConnell reading. I don't know. We're up to the Cavalier, which is contributing factors in the present for him. This is messages, getting messages, receiving messages. Not necessarily. He's sending out mixed messages too because he's really afraid of the weasel. But he's the one who willingly picked the weasel up and gave it a home and fed it and stuff. So, and he's really worried about secrets coming out. So he's really got to, yeah. In his future, contributing factors, gifts, offers. Nine. Contributing factors to his future. What is he going to do? What's he going to offer? What's he going to be offered to retire early? What does he deserve? He's looking for a reward that he feels he deserves. Will they raise the... I'm sorry, Clarence, I really don't understand your question. Will they raise a COLA for SSI? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Clarence, sorry. Okay, one more look into the future for Mitch McConnell. Here is the ring again. He's going to have a commitment in his environment. So the commitment's going to be on his mind in a couple of months. In his environment, 30. The lilies. He really wants to strive for peaceful retirement. Contributing factor, him moving away. Retire and things will be a lot easier on you and you'll have a lot more of a peaceful time. Yeah. I like the message here. This is in the environment for his immediate future with the pathways. If you think you're going to get what you want going down path B, that you're living in fantasy land here. You see the mermaid unicorn thing there? That's the message I'm getting from that. He might retire by Christmas. He's definitely thinking about, or will be thinking about in the near future. But he's definitely, if he wants to go with any amount of peace and not be drummed out, yeah, conflict, the garden, in the community, and a woman. Repeatedly recurring. He'll really, really be wishing he hadn't if he does, you know. Birthday, garden, birthday, around his birthday. When was he born? Anyone know when he was born? Hey, Crazy Cat Lady, for thing. It could be around his birthday. Ibrahim Kalseka, hello. Yeah, his wife is going to be a contributing factor to him. Yes, I'm still open for reads, Ibrahim. I just I got the blue screen of death before and my whole computer shut down in the middle of this reading. So yeah, I'm looking at Mitch McConnell at the moment. His wife is definitely going to have a contributing factor. Could be around his birthday. I'm not sure when his birthday is, but yeah. Okay, I'm looking at people. I don't do personal readings online, but if you want a personal reading in whatever format, you can email me at footprinttarot@gmail.com. I'll put that up on the thing in a minute. But if it's about a person, yes, ask. If it's about a person in the news or in politics at the moment, please ask. So, yeah, I can do that straight away. Okay. Someone in politics, yes. Yes, got someone in politics, I haven't already read on them. Yes, I'll be happy to read on them. Oh, bring my chin up. Except if it's Benjamin Netanyahu. I'm not quite ready to read on him yet. Last time I did a reading on him, and it was Lenormand too. My cat stuck its tail in the fire. Will the Conservative Party win again? In which country, Ibrahim? In the UK, the US, Australia? In which country? Hi, Angie's dad. The UK. Okay. The UK. Yes, I'll have a look at that. Now I'll have a look at the Conservative Party in the UK, and then Angie's dad, Leningrad Lindsay. Will he be held accountable for his multi-state election interference? Yes. Okay, I'll have a look at that, and then so we'll look at the Conservative Party in the UK, Lindsey Graham, and then Trump. How's that go? Hi, Karen M. I was halfway through the reading of Mitch McConnell, and I got the blue screen of death, and my computer shut down. So thank you for those who stuck it out, who might have realised, oh, this has happened to her before. And is still here. Thank you to everyone who's watching, who's not in the chat, and thank you for everyone who'll be watching later. I do appreciate you watching, and remember to thumbs up, guys. It's, you know, so the Conservative Party in the UK. Let's have a look. Will they win again? I'll do a 5-card reading on that. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look. Well, we've got the star, the bouquet, the fish, the house, and the man. So the fish is the first card that we're going to read. So the fish is about money, resources, business. Now, just remember, I'm still learning. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not reading Benjamin Netanyahu. Yeah, I'm still freaked from that. My Bubba Girl's tail caught fire while I was reading on him. No, I'm not touching the man, not for a little bit. Abundance as well. This is really interesting. The way this has got the fish, they're all under an umbrella. The umbrella should be keeping the water off, but instead it's leaking and they're getting drowned. Abundance, they really need to look at how they're spending their money. Now, to the left is donors. They are the bouquet, which is gifts. Have a look at the 9 here. So 9s in Lenormand can also represent the end of a cycle. But it's also the Queen of Spades, which is the Queen of Swords, and which can be sharp judgment. The fish are facing the bouquet. So at the moment, they're really facing assessment and judgment from their donors, who are going to, determine how much money they get. Okay. And that's in the past. Well, they have been. So on the left-hand side of the middle card is the past, and on the front it's the future. And in the card 1 was the stars, direction, looking for direction. They've sort of lost direction within the party itself. Yeah. So that's really interesting in the past. Now, in the future, we've got the house, which is family, which is celebration, which is comfort, I guess. Dwelling. But you know what? The fish are pointing away from the house. So I think in terms of family, this might be the party. And that's in the future. But the fish are pointing away from the house. So they're pointing away. So the resources, the money, it's pointing away from the house, away from the party. So they might be losing donors or even membership. So and one step in the future, we've got the man, which I presume is the leader of the Conservative Party, and they're looking forward. They have to look forward. This guy is looking to the right, of course, but also looking forward. So 1 and 2 is going in a new direction that's being judged by the donors. They feel it's a direction that's going to get them, that's worked in the past, but it's not going to work now. 1 and 7. What are 7s? Yeah. Donors and the money. 3 and 4, yeah, is the money facing away from the house. 4 and 5. The house needs to look forward to the man, a new leader, I think. 1 and 5. New directions in leadership. Okay. And attracting gifts to the house. They won't win if Boris Johnson is still in power, if he's still the leader. Birds chattering, birds talking, gossip. Older people. Facing the man. Facing the direction. I think they're losing some support for older people because they don't like the direction that things are heading in. Birds, time-wise. Morning during migration. Oh, migration. Yeah, some of the older people don't like migration issues as well. Birds are migratory animals by nature, moving from one area to another. Yeah, I think they're going to have a hard time. If they don't get rid of Boris, they're definitely not going to win. So, yeah. So that was the Conservative Party in Britain. Will they win again? Not with Boris in the helm, they won't. Okay, Angie's dad asked about Lindsey Graham. Head back a bit to Lindsey Graham. Is he going to be held accountable for his multi-state election interference telethon? Which I love the way that's being phrased. Okay. So let's have a look. We'll do the 9-page spread again. So what's on his mind about this in the past? Birds, chatter. Yeah, this is him chattering. This is him talking to what do you call it? The different states. And this is like the 6 of Pentacles, which is the 6 of Diamonds, 6 of Pentacles. Quid pro quo. You know, what can we do for your state if you get him back in? That sort of thing. Trying to build up quid pro quo. But oh dear. 6 of Hearts. He's really worried about that now. This is on his mind. He was always going to get into trouble for that. And this is the 6 of Hearts, which is past actions, past dreams turning into nightmares. So he was always going to get into trouble. There's a sense of inevitability here. And you know what? His health isn't good. I do feel he might have a problem. I'm not going to read on what sort of problem it is, but I do feel he has a problem that needs addressing. But there are some aspects I won't go into, like I don't go into his sexuality, or he is what he is, you know, so there's no need to go into that. So whether or not he has, I'll go as far to say he has a problem, but what it's with, I might have a few ideas popping in my head, but I'm not going to say that there's, you know, substance and stuff, but that's about it. In his future, what's in his mind in the future? Woman's facing him. Truth. It's also the Ace of Swords, which is the truth coming out. So in the future, there's going to be a woman who is going to, you know, I do feel like Liz Cheney is going to really be on his mind in the future. Possibly another woman in the Republican Party, one of the senators, Lisa Murkowski, possibly. What's in his environment? In the past, in his environment, snake, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Wands, woman, snake, lies, deceit. I hate snakes, and usually I jump with pictures of snakes, so I have to prepare myself that I could end up with a picture of a snake in front of me. Yeah. So just deception there, enemies and manipulations. He really has in the past been feeling like he's surrounded with enemies, and I really don't think that his health problems is helping with that. Crossroads. In the environment with them at the moment is having to make a decision. The best decision for him and his future, and the best decision to secure his future. Did he make the best decision in the past? No, he actually really did betray Congress. Now, this is like the Queen of Clubs, the Queen of Wands, which to me is Congress. And this is him betraying Congress in the past. And that has been in his environment ever since, especially since the 6th, where he gave that speech where he was affected by something and said, that's it, I'm done, you know. And he's really got to make a decision. There's a decision hanging over him about the security for his future, the environment in his future. 9 of Swords is anxiety, but he's going to be feeling stuck. He's not going to be feeling very stable. Stability, beaches, consistency. He's not being consistent. He's been consistently inconsistent and unstable. And this instability is going to rear its head, I think, in his environment in the future, and his anxiety. All he's been doing is trying to secure his place. I mean, he's in the Senate for the next few years till 2024 or 2026. And it's like 6 years. If he just puts his head down and does a good job, by the time he's up for re-election, Trump and all his influence is going to be gone. But he's looking too far ahead into his. If you got elected into the Senate last year, you're a Republican, stuff Trump. He's not going to be around in 6 years when you're up for re-election. Do the right friggin' thing. But of course, there's still this fear of the Trump base who never forgive. But you know what? You can look to other people who are independents, who lean Republican. who won't lean Republican. In his past, contributing factors: theft, the need to stand his ground, theft, stress. He's been very stressed in the past, and that's been a contributing factor. Life can be stress. That can be theft as well, but they can also stress. Current contributing factors is movement. And 10 of spades, 10 of swords, feeling stabbed in the back, feeling like people are moving on from him. He needs to move forward, not backwards. But he doesn't see that. If he doesn't look forward to his movement further in later in the year, if he doesn't realize that in 6 years' time Trump's not going to be a factor, he's not looking forward further enough. He's only looking to, it's ridiculous to worry about whether or not you're going to win whether or not Trump is going to be able to torpedo you 6 years down the track. He's not going to be able to. Movement of money, movement of funds, moving forward, he's worrying about it. This goes up with the Queen of Diamonds here, resources and the best decision to make to secure his future. But he's stabbed people in the back to get where he is, and his future. Clouds. Okay, the clouds here in his future soon. He's got clouds coming his way, and it could scuttle this boat. His future hope for the future is, and the question here is he going to get into trouble about his telephone? I'm thinking overwhelmingly there's going to be a yes. The next month is going to be quite rocky for him. Oh, documents. On his mind. Oh, there's going to be messages in his environment. Documents on his mind, messages in his environment. 34. It's the fish. Money, resources, business. He can't get away from money. He can't get away from that security. He's got, this is also investigations coming his way too. A little bit further down. He's definitely being investigated. Messages in the environment. I'm going to go one more with him. Pledges. Key. Vital information. Urgency. Vital information. Urgency. Isolation. Prison. Yeah, I do think he is going to get in trouble. 6 of Swords, a really rocky passage ahead for him. 7 of Swords, the documents that he's worried that he's not going to be able to outrun the consequences. The 7 of Swords, if you reverse the 7 of Swords, it's not being able to outrun the legal consequences. He is worried about the legal consequences of these documents, or he will be, that are going to come out. There's proof documents. Signs. The Page, the Jack of Hearts. Message overwhelming. Yeah, he is in legal jeopardy. This is the 10 of Swords too, and that's a legal legal jeopardy. Nine of Swords, anxiety. There's definitely legal jeopardy in the future for him over this. He's what you wonderfully called election interference telephone. So, yeah, and he's got deep doo-doo coming ahead to him. Okay, just got time now before I sign off. We're going to have a look at Trump. Trump in the next couple of months, okay? They're the spare cards. So let's have a look. And if anyone does want a reading, you can email me. Oh, the woman, yeah. All right, there we go. I try for a rate that, you know, it's sort of the same rate in your equivalent currency, okay? So or near to equivalent, you know. So Trump, what's in the Lenormand cards for Trump in the next few months? In the past, in his mind, this is in his mind, the past is the past. It's dead and gone. It's gone. And nobody should be able to bring it up. I've buried it. It's gone. Doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, but unfortunately for him, he thinks he's sitting pretty because he was the president in the past as well. You see the nine of but in Lenormand, nines are coming to an end of something. Fortunately for him, you see this coffin? It's got a clockwork mechanism on it. Boing! Things are going to open up. At the moment, fish, money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round. I'm the king of money, makes the world go round. All I'm thinking of is how to get more money out of people. I know I'm never going to make it onto the stage in cabaret, but you know, money makes the world go around for Trump. That's all he thinks about. That's all he's thinking about. In the future, people are turning on him. They're all being mean. They're all turning on me. I cannot believe that people are turning on me. Queen of Wands investigations, Congress. Oh, yeah. I do think too that a large part of this is going to be about this 1/6 commission, which is going to go through, guys. It is going to get through, but it might take a few more weeks yet, but it will get through. You might be surprised about who does and does not vote for it, okay? So, in his environment, in the past, mice, how much can I steal? How much can I rip people off for? Mice sneak in and they steal your grain. They you know. They undermine the quality of things. Always a thief here. Always a thief with him. And that's what he was in the past, and that's what his environment was all about in the past. And at the moment, presently, his environment is a woman with the Ace of Swords, the truth. He really hates women. He really hates strong, independent women. And two women he hates more than anything at the moment is Liz Cheney and Nancy Pelosi, because they want the truth to come out. Liz Cheney is saying, you've got to stop lying. It was a lie. The truth is Biden won. And Pelosi is like, let's get this commission underway and let's get to the truth of what happened. And this is, at the moment, he's like, he's probably got dartboards with their pictures on it. And Weisselberg's daughter-in-law. In the future, he's going to be on the man. But I'm getting increasing instability from this. These guys are facing each other. But it's not friendly. I'm the man. You know, you should be lucky to have relationships with me. His belief in his own impunity is ridiculous, and he is becoming more increasingly unstable. And that's going to show. Contributing factors. In the past, the sun shone on everything Donald. All offers, all good things happened to Donald. It's all sunshiny. I get great offers. I get, I'm the best. I get the best of everything. I'm the best. Step in action and start union leadership. I was the leader and the sunshine over the US while I was the leader. Everything was great. Our relationships with others were great. Blah, blah, blah. Current contributing factors at the moment. He really felt that was a contributing factor, that every decision he made was sunshine, lollipops and rainbows for the US. He is getting messages. 9 of Hearts. But again, 9 in Lenormand is about endings. Relationships ending. And actions that other people are taking. The garden contribute. So he's getting messages at the moment contributing to his third mind. In the future, the garden community, 8 of Spades. Confinement. He's going to start worrying about confinement, I think. Might be 8 in Lenormand. Horizontal symbol of infinite repetition, closed circuit. Repeated mistakes, repeated actions. It's going to come back, and his repeated actions with the 8 in the community. Not as president, in the community, as a private citizen in the community. And people are going to be gathering. They want to look. So what's a bit further along for him? On his mind, key. Hard work, people. Repeated mistakes, repeated actions with money. Key information. Oh my, he's going to be worrying about somebody who has a lot of information turning on him, I think. That could be Weisselberg. Somebody who he just viewed as a cog. You see the cogs in the background here? He just viewed all these people as cogs, and not necessarily, and they can be replaced at any time. He's going to learn the hard way. In the environment there, new directions, star. Celebrity. I'm a celebrity. He's really going to be hoping that the fact that he's such a well-known figure is going to keep him safe. He's an idiot. Paths. It doesn't matter what path he takes. His security is definitely under pressure. 4. It doesn't matter what direction he goes in. It's not going to be good for him. One more line. Lilies. He wants peace, but his corruption and prosecution is there too. Child, I'm so innocent. I'm so innocent. He's not innocent. That's what he's going to be saying. I'm so innocent. I'm so innocent. Everybody else is the bad person. They all disappointed me. And bouquet. Gift offerings to judges. He's going to try and make a deal. This is a 9 as well, so it's an end. Yeah, he's going to try and make a deal, but he's not going to get off lightly. Do I see the man in jail? I see him in front of judges being prosecuted. If you look at the Queen of Swords, Jack of Swords, King of Swords being prosecuted, 8 of Swords here. That is, if you're going to look at it tarot-wise, that's confinement. I think he could be, I think he could be headed for jail. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining me and for being patient when my computer gave me this blue screen of death and shut down. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be doing more Lenormand readings on people, not so much events, but people. And so you'll be seeing some more Lenormand sessions as well. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who's joined and watched, whether you've commented or not. And thank you to everyone who has stuck through watching the whole thing at a later date, and for clicking on the video in the first place. Thank you very much. Stay strong, stay loving, stay healthy, and stay safe. Thank you, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.